going on, everybody? We are here with another podcast. We are here with Brad and Dive Bomb Tanner.
Yep.
Thank God he wore a different white hat today.
Amen.
Because Dive Bomb sucks.
I agree. Ching chong.
I also agree.
You agree now?
I agree now.
Ching chong.
Why do you agree now?
My mind has changed. In the past hunting season, it's changed.
Okay, so let's just open, since we have no idea what we're talking about today. Why has it changed for you?
Because I think the birds, they just finish so much better over full bodies compared to silos.
Just doing it fucking dirty, really. I mean,
I've told you from the beginning that it was more of a confidence thing for me, and then that everybody uses them all the way down. And we're getting right into it opening this podcast up.
I mean, I think the birds do it so much better because when they, with dive bombs, they circle or fly over and they'll see just the line. But with full bodies, I mean, just depends how many you're running. Even with 3 or 4 dozen, better than 10 dozen silos or whatever.
I think there's a time and place regardless of the season.
Yeah, 100% there's a time and place. I mean, if you can't fucking walk in or you can't drive in,
right,
I mean, and if you got to walk in a quarter mile or whatever, run dive bombs. But if you can get in there and put a little bit of fucking effort in to getting your full bodies in, get your full bodies in there.
Well, and I think even on like the calendar bird days, that might be okay for dive bombs or something like that. When the MIGs are rolling, or even like this late season when like everything's starting to lock up and you got silhouettes out there. Those might be the days which, you know, I can't talk complete crap because I've hunted over them once this year and we burned them that day, but we mixed them in with the full bodies for just fillers.
And they probably wanted there anyways.
If it's on there.
Yeah, it was the X. Right. Yeah, it was the X. But I don't know. Thank you guys for coming back out.
No problem.
Kind of bringing it all back, not just picking on Tanner.
Yeah.
Which we probably will the entire podcast. But thanks for coming back, even though we basically almost got into a bar fight.
We did. It was really exciting about an hour ago.
Starting off the night.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. A couple of Ohioans coming up to Michigan wasn't a good idea, I guess, at the bar that we went to.
I'm telling you, man, I told you to go there just because of the fact that it was like a laid back bar. And obviously as soon as he left, you could tell it was a laid back bar.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like an Applebee's, and apparently we were almost getting in a fight there.
It was like a redneck Applebee's.
Yeah, not quite an Applebee's, but
Applebee's is very low.
I mean, I've been tore up at an Applebee's before, so.
Yeah, but Applebee's doesn't have like deer and duck mounts.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Plus cornhole boards just sitting on the side. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But how you guys been though? You guys been good? I haven't seen you guys in probably 2 months.
Few months, a couple months.
You guys been good?
Yeah, I've been just hammering them. You know what I mean?
So season's been going good.
This has been going pretty good.
I know that the old ice heater has been working really good for you, which I've been super jealous and keep on saying I'm going to go and film and do this and do that. And Ohio's just done with their licenses and stuff. But
yeah, next year you need to buy one for sure.
Yeah.
Come down and hunt with us or even Dustin. We'll get with Dustin.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely do that. Have you guys hunted with them this year?
No, we've been trying, but just nothing's been lining up right.
I know that first weekend we called them over to hunt with us, and we kind of got into a scrap with different guys in the field. But
for the people that don't know, Dustin is Tri-State Retrievers, which hopefully in the near future we'll have him on. Which I don't know how that's going to go with Hunter moving on to Arkansas and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just had a conversation with one of our guys, Brandon, about that as well, because Brandon's going to send his dog over there. But I don't know. I'll have to talk to Dustin. I don't know if you guys have talked about it with him or not.
I haven't talked about Hunter moving, but yeah. I've been talking to Dustin a little bit, but we've been trying to get something going. But with him having birds and me having birds, or fucking us both not having birds has been the most problem.
Yeah, and everything's locked. Well, right now, with that cold we just had, everything's locked up, and pretty much the only thing open is the river. And even the ice on there is a little sketchy to get out. Yeah.
Are you willing to risk your life over 10 birds? Not really.
I mean, if I'm hunting with you, because not Tanner, but you, Brad. Like, I'll hunt with you because like,
you know you're gonna
band every single hunt.
You're most likely gonna kill a band.
Yeah, so I mean, but granted, you're probably gonna steal that band.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
I shot that bird.
No,
100%.
I shot him 100% of the time.
Yeah, no, he did. So, every time.
There was a one hunt this year where Tanner sent me a video. He's like, dude, we got this mallard hole in the morning and there's one band on it. And I was like, dude, whatever you do, and you could vouch for me for saying this 100%. Because I said this. I was like, whatever you do not let Brad shoot that bird. And then you send me a Snapchat in the morning and you're like, you'll never believe who just shot the band. And I was like, don't tell me Brad did. And he's like, I'm not going to say it then, dude. And I was like, dude, I literally told you don't let him shoot the band.
And he was 100% undisputed.
100%, yeah.
That's crazy.
Undisputed because he was coming off the left side and I fucking hammered him.
Last bird, I think there's like a 6-pack.
Yeah, there's probably like a 5 or 6-pack. They fucking dumped them all in the hole. And he was getting out on my left side. And I fucking smoked him once. And he was kind of crippling down. And I smoked him again. And then that was it.
I think it was the same. It was the day after I shot mine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, really close, yeah.
Because I think me and you texted about like the location of the birds.
Yeah.
You shot yours from Wisconsin, right?
No.
Our first duck band this year we did.
Okay.
The duck band, so we shot ours in like a little, like the first band, we haven't shot a duck band in probably 4 or 5 years. I've only seen like that one.
That was the only one I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was the only one I ever seen. I seen him. That was, the day he shot that was the third time I seen him. I seen him in another little marsh to the north, and I seen him in that hole the next day. Then that Sunday he shot him. So that was the third time I seen him.
That's like, so we shot one like 4 or 5 years ago, and that was the first one like I've ever seen like dead or someone shot or whatever. You know, we shoot quite a few mallards. I mean, we shoot probably 200 ducks a year out of the field, so it's like you would think we'd shoot more, you know?
Yeah.
And it took that long to shoot our first one this year. I think it was like the day after my birthday or something, or like the day before. I got there late, and I'm seeing all these ducks dumping into Brandon's like pond, and it's like literally a 20 by 20 pond. I think I sent you guys the pond.
Yeah.
Ellie goes out and grabs the first duck, brings it back. I see it. I feel it in my hand. I'm like, oh, you son of a gun. Because I got there late. I didn't load my gun. I was just videoing it. Yeah. She goes out and grabs the next drake, and I throw it to Brandon. I was like, he's like, what is it, banded? I was like, I don't know, dude. He looks at it. He's like, you got to be kidding me right now. And then out of the cornhole, we shot the one. I shot the one, and those, I mean, that place in general, I'm surprised we haven't shot more bands.
Honestly, yeah. With as many birds as you kill out of there, it's crazy.
Right there at that location too.
Yeah,
yeah. It's a pretty crazy spot. I mean, we probably shot over 100 plus mallards just alone in that spot, and probably, I don't know, 50 to 100 geese out of that spot this year. And I think we've only shot one goose band and one duck band.
Well, my average before this last year was 150 geese to one band. And now I'm kind of going down, dwindling down to like 100 to 1. 100 geese to one band is what I'm about at right now.
See, and that's what's kind of cool about our spots that we hunt, which I feel like we're both, like all three of us are very similar in this aspect where, you know, we don't shoot a lot of bands. We kill a lot of birds.
Yeah.
But
when we kill bands, they're not just
our local. Yeah.
They're not your
Erie or whatever.
Yeah. Right. They're not your 3-year-old band that you kill in September. And you're like, oh, it was banded 200 yards from here.
Yeah, right. Like it's a 1,800 mile plus band.
Yeah. Right.
Which,
even if it was an 2-hour drive from where you killed them, I mean that's better than killing them.
It's still a flight bird in my opinion.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know? Yeah. He just didn't feel like flying to where you were.
Well, that's what sucked when I shot my duck band. It was like, dude, my first duck band. You know, I wanted to be like from Canada, something crazy. You know, and we shoot that band, and Sid, you know, Rip brings it back. Sid grabs a bird, and she's like, it's banded. I was like, oh, there's no way. And I was like, oh, man, I hope it's like a far bird, this, that, and the other. Like, less than 50 miles away.
Oh, really?
Like, dude, this sucks right now, man. But I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you got to take. How old was he? Just a year old? Not even.
He was
this spring.
He was banded as an adult.
Oh, really?
But banded
this year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to tell how old he was, and yeah.
I think with like the migration this year, which.
Right.
We kind of talked a little bit before this, like the migration and the warm weather and stuff. Like there wasn't a lot of like weather to push birds around this year.
I mean, most of the migration happened within the last week and a half.
Yeah.
100%. Because I mean, we froze up. I mean, there's negative temps, which I mean was absolutely crazy.
We got a good push around like Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then it kind of died out after that.
I think there was a little push right around Christmas too.
Yeah,
and it wasn't as big as it just was last week.
Right.
And you got. I feel like you got your calendar birds and stuff like that, which go like September and like mid October.
Yeah,
but that's up here. I mean, out by our house, there ain't really shit for really.
We don't really have a
migration. No,
we don't have a flight path like that.
No.
See,
because we don't even have water, dude. Like, if you talk about like water that's going to draw birds in our county, it's probably like 3 bodies of water.
If that.
Really?
If that, yeah.
So how many, like, for example wise, how many like roosts do you guys hunt off of?
Roosts?
Yeah, I mean, like, so like for us though, like we we have certain roosts that we hunt. Like, once, like we'll hunt this roost one day and we'll hunt a different roost one day. Like what we hunted was a different roost where our blinds are at. So like, we're able to like kind of control how pressured our birds get.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's probably, I don't know, probably it's probably about 10.
Maybe.
You think?
Maybe.
Even all that stuff up north.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Probably
I wouldn't even
8.
say 10.
It might be around 8 or so.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys look like?
But they're not big feeds like 1,000 birds or maybe 200 or so.
Yeah.
So you guys are. So it's more of a seasonal roost.
Yeah. Where they're at the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, really,
like you're not hunting the same roost for fucking 3 months out of the year.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
You got to chase them.
Yeah.
And you're chasing 200 birds for fucking 3 months.
Because we watched what my brother did. He watched some come off one roost and fly like 17 miles to another one.
One roost came off of Ohio and fucking came like a long ways into Michigan.
Yeah.
It was fucking unreal.
Which, I mean, we hunt both of those spots. So you're hunting basically the same birds off of 2 different roosts far away from each other.
Yeah.
And that's what's kind of tough for us. Like for me anyway, like you guys know where we hunt at, but like we have to pick and choose. Like you guys were there. We went to the bar after the one hunt.
Yeah.
Like you guys seen like the main roost there. Like we have to pick and choose how often we hunt that area. And it's not that we have to pick and choose, but it's hunting it smart.
Yeah, that's what we do too. It's not like we're banging fucking the same roost.
Right.
Same roost day to day.
Yeah. But that's our roost like most of the year though.
Yeah.
Like so we have to be cautious of
how close you're hunting, we're not scaring them away.
Right. How pressured they get.
It kind of works out with Tanner not being home every other weekend.
Yeah, so that helps.
They kind of get a break.
Right.
Instead of just us trying to hammer the same birds every single weekend.
You'll get birds coming in from like west or east, dumping in there, just jumping around.
Because you really get 2 weeks of Tanner not being home, really, before we really hammer on him again.
I gotcha.
It kind of works out decently.
But then when I am gone, I see you guys hammer birds. I'm like, dude,
fuck
this job. I'm moving home, getting off the road.
Especially seeing what you've seen this year.
Yeah.
That was insane. Is it still going on over there?
No, because
dude, they're fucking gone.
Every of them,
100% gone.
Because there was some stuff I hunt.
Well, do you want to bring it up just so everybody knows? Like,
no, I'm not gonna tell where.
Well, not where, but like what you were seeing anyway.
Oh,
so at your
right now?
Site,
at my job?
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. Like at your job site, when you were gone, while everybody else was hunting up here.
Those are all still there, 100%.
Those are in fucking Texas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's
I was down in Lubbock, Texas, where I'm hunting and
working, not hunting.
Working. And there's like, I'm working at a cheese plant there, and there's like this little loaf pond, loaf lake kind of, and there's probably, I don't know, 15, 20,000 birds on there. A bunch
of insane
cacklers and snows. And then one day we went to the gas station before work, and I actually seen the dive bomb guys there. Not to bring dive bomb up again.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, fuck.
Here we go.
I seen them there one morning, and I went to go talk to them, but they were already late. And then I was following their posts on Instagram, and I ended up seeing the guide that they hunted through, and I looked them up, and they were like a mile or two away from where I was working. But all that water I was seeing the birds on, it's all in the city limits, and then the place I work for, they own that. So if the city didn't own it, I'm sure that guide service would be on there, because that's the most birds I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
And it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger
well, that's what I was talking about. Like when you're gone for work and stuff, and then you're seeing that on the road.
Yeah. Then I come home and there's just little 152 birds. I'm like, dude, fuck this.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to like have you drop a pin for where you're hunting at home.
Yeah.
No, but for the shit we hunt at home, I mean, it's fucking done.
Yeah, if anybody listens to this from under our house, they'll understand. That
like it's 100% fucking froze up anywhere.
That's how we are too.
Yeah.
Unless, I mean, like a reservoir's got some bubblers going, or the
Which
river.
I don't know anywhere around us that does. So I've checked fucking everything.
We got birds still around. Don't get me wrong. Like I found some birds tonight before I came here, and some rivers that are open still. But I mean, they're just. We never got that like legit push down before the freeze this year, because like even when we were froze out where we're at, they were so open even up north still.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like when they finally froze out, like they just kept on.
They were just gone. They were just gone.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it last week? Which was probably 2 weeks by the time this podcast drops. Like everywhere in the sky, everywhere you went, you seen birds just south. Yeah. You know, so I don't know. It was a very tough year. It was a tough year for us this year because I mean the bean fields got tilled right away.
Yeah.
Half of the corn, as you guys know, stayed up and is still up. It was tough this year, but obviously sounds like for you guys it was a solid year.
Yeah, but we had to fucking work for them, and you had to make all your shit, I mean, completely perfect to be able to shoot what we did.
Yeah.
Like if you just went out there and you were just like, oh, whatever, and just didn't try to make it as perfect as you can as a
Most
spread.
Realistic.
Yeah. Your hide as good as you can be. Your spread as perfect as it can be. I mean, you're not shooting shit. I mean, if you're hunting fucking 150 for bird feed, if you don't have it how you want it, you're not going to shoot shit.
Because, I mean, it depends how big of flocks they fly. If they're flying in 25, 30 bird flocks, you only get 4 or 5 groups in there.
Right. I mean, assume you're going to have a couple singles, a couple fucking 10 packs. And
I'm going live here. You're good. Keep talking.
It's just not going to work like that, especially where we're at. Yeah. I mean, a lot of times where we're at, you'll have 75 birds fly at a time. And if you got 150 bird feed, I mean, that's half your birds right there.
Yeah, it's got to be just tough, like following those kind of feeds around.
Oh, it's really tough.
Well, you got us, and there's other guys also looking at them too.
Yeah.
Right.
You're also competing with people.
Is there a lot of competition down by you guys?
There is. But
yes and no. Yeah. Like, there's a lot of guys that try, but
once you go farther west, there's a lot more guys.
Yeah, the farther west you go, the more killers you get. Like, once you get into, like, Baker and shit like that. Like, those
not
guys.
To pin a spot or anything, but geez,
I mean, nobody knows where
I know anybody knows where he lives.
Yeah, but, like, he knows how to kill. Like, there's some guys that know how to kill over there. But, like, right where we hunt, like, there's guys that hunt and, like, sky
There's guys
blast.
that hunt early season, and then once his mid-November, December comes around, there ain't nobody.
Yeah.
So, like, I feel like almost Ohio is almost where, like, it's a struggle point during September because everybody just is so eager to get out there. And then come deer season, everybody just wants to deer hunt.
Honestly,
Ohio.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get the itch out early September, and then once they burn a couple flocks or whatever, they're like, "Oh, I'll go deer hunting or whatever."
Right. That's what I feel like the most is like, and even for up here too, like the guys that deer hunt a lot, like they just want to get out there and kill. I mean, they might bird hunt a handful of times. And that's what I keep on trying to tell people. Like, you can't just go a week before season and start scouting and stuff. Like, I'll go like, even starting turkey season. I'll start checking fields on what fields might be. And
like, all right, in turkey season, you can tell which fields are wheat.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
I mean, you don't know what
the hens are there all the time.
You don't know what's going to be a second crop as beans, but you know what's wheat.
Right.
Like all summer long, I'm marking on my Onyx what fields are wheat.
Yeah.
100%. And then
even that goes for doves and pigeons too. Once that comes off.
And then August.
Pigeons?
Oh, I'm coming down next year.
What's a pigeon? I don't know what a pigeon is.
Well, I don't know what dove is up here either.
But that's true. Yeah. You fucking liberal ass state up here.
But I don't know. It's one of those things where like I can't stand when people are like, you guys shoot so many birds. Can we get out there with you guys or whatever this and the other? And it's like, do you guys not realize how much work goes in after or like out of the scenes? Like you guys just see us killing. We don't just randomly show up to a field one day and
like I'm think it's January right now, and I'm in my brain checking off what fields are
gonna be
like. I was just texting my buddy 2 weeks ago, like, hey, this wheat field by such and such is wheat.
Right.
Like, what do you think? You think they're gonna double crop that?
Right.
And he said, yeah. I was like, all right, well, in July we're gonna burn the fuck out of pigeons in there when they get that wheat off. And he's like, all right, sounds good to me, dude.
I wish I would burn the pigeons out of that spot I showed you guys tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just scared of blowing a deer out of there. But
yeah, you probably should. I'd probably wait for that.
Wait a month or so.
Especially the deer that I just showed you guys. I'm definitely waiting. But that's what I'm honestly very worried about us for next year, because I've only seen like 2 winter wheat fields up this way because it's been such a wet fall for us, where I think a lot of the farmers, like when they had the chance to thrash the beans and then
plant the wheat,
kill it, like it was such a small time frame, and it didn't work out really well.
I could see that.
So I mean, luckily enough this year,
but if you got the 2 fields that are wheat, then you're kind of the cat's ass in the county.
Well, the one field is the second blind that you guys went to.
Yeah.
Which that field is hopefully going to be corn this year. The first blind that you guys came out and helped out, I think that's going to be corn this year too. So
that could be good.
That's going to be real good.
Yeah.
Real good.
Late season.
Oh, it's going to be killer right out of town like that. I mean, that's going to be killer. Yeah. But I think for the blinds this year, I think we're going to, I don't want to get lazy with those blinds. I want to keep on building onto those. Like maybe have like that little kitchen area or like just a spot for it or something.
Put that pit in there.
I know.
Because you did all that work to build that permanent blind above ground, and you're going to keep doing work.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them. You should just put that pit in there. You just put everything in there and leave it in there.
The problem is just everybody pitching in on the money and stuff. Because, I mean, obviously, like, our friends that just went to Illinois, they were just shooting out of a shipping container, which shipping container, what, $5,000 or whatever that
Probably,
is. So it's like one of those things where, to get everybody in the group to pitch in enough money to spend $5,000 and make it the blind that you want. And then lumber nowadays is through the roof.
Yeah.
If I had the spots you had, I would 1,000% put a pit in there.
It's tough though, because
I know where I'd be putting a pit.
It's just tough though because of the fact that like we definitely have a lot of birds. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but how many times? It's not like a Fergus Falls spot.
Right. Yeah,
it's not like you're going to be running traffic on that field and the birds are always flying this way out of town or south of town. You got pits over there just in case the wind's that way or the feed's that way. Like you got like that's a ton of work. For maybe a couple hunts a year. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree. I mean, how many times is there like we're just talking migrator days, like how many times is there straight up migrator days in a month, in a season?
That you can hunt That's not the weekends.
That's what I'm saying. It's like for us,
a few on the weekends if you're lucky.
I've seen one straight migrator day, and that was in September out of the blind that you guys helped me with.
Last weekend was a straight up fucking migrator
I know
day.
Saturday.
And we're closed.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah, I guess you guys closed up here. Yeah.
That's another thing. You guys are closed up in Michigan. But I know Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Friday were all
fucking straight ass. So. Yeah. But you guys are, you guys are done up here, so you can't do anything.
It's itching me so bad just to even like get out and scout still,
yeah,
and do like my regular routine.
Right.
But, like with this warm front coming.
But what are you gonna do? Scout birds when there's frozen water right now, and then
2 weeks from now,
once everything thaws, everything's gonna be 100% different. You're just,
I'm hoping it thaws out.
It's gonna thaw.
With this rain coming in,
100%.
Be thawed out for.
Well, because some of our ice right now has got like 7 to 9 inches.
It's gonna thaw.
You think all of that ice?
With all this rain,
1,000%
even the edges will be open.
Yeah.
100%.
If that's the case, then you just got to pray for that reverse migration.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to. The next week is a straight south wind.
With it being 45, 50 degrees, no rain.
They're coming.
All the snow.
Because I think like this year might be that year where people shoot some crazy, specs and Rosses.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is people are gonna be shooting a shitload of specs, a shitload of fucking Ross and snows this late season.
And I think a lot of people don't like even take that into consideration, that reverse migration and the south winds like that. Like that reverse migration like does some crazy stuff to these birds.
It honestly could be better than the migration coming down.
Yeah.
I've never like dealt with one, but what I've heard from the reverse migration, like
shout out Sean Granger.
Yeah,
taught me everything about a reverse migration. But this shit's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.
Well, so Sean, he invited me when they were shooting all the specs and stuff like that a couple years ago. I was like, dude, I gotta work this, that, and the other. So all morning at work, dude.
Oh, they're just burning the fuck out.
It's like
just
specs,
crazy
the
ass
Rosses.
shit. Yeah.
I think he shot like 5 bands that day. I'm like, dude, stop Snapchatting me right now, man. It sucked.
Yeah.
Just seeing them do that well out there, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because
if you think about it, the springs when you see this craziest shit. I mean, obviously we can't shoot fucking ducks and shit right now, but that's when you see the best ducks. That's when you see the specs and the snows and shit. So it's always 2 weeks after season. So hopefully we get the weather right now to fucking bring them up.
100%. Yeah, no, for sure.
For the split.
Speaking of the ducks, though, I had a guy. I forget who it was. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were like, "Well, man, if we only could shoot ducks like right now, it'd be that much better because they're all here right now." Yeah. And it's like, well, in my opinion, the breeding season, they're finding their own like mate or whatever, and pretty soon like they're gonna be nesting.
Yeah, I mean they're nesting in fucking 2 months. So
like in your guys' opinion, everybody always says like, I wish it was now, I wish it was now, I wish it was now. But like for me, it's like I wish it I'm glad it's not, because next year's hatch should be unreal.
Right. I know last year during the second split it was crazy because all the birds were already pairing up because it was so warm.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and late season goose.
In at 2s and 4-packs, like they were getting ready to breed and make nests.
And just fucking burning the fuck out of them. Yeah,
which was nice too, because understanding like the 2s and 4-packs are coming in, making a spread to kind of emulate that to where like you're putting 2s over here.
Yeah, we hit
3-pack.
Dude, we had like fucking, how many? Like fucking 4 floaters and maybe 8 fucking full bodies, maybe.
Yeah. That's what's so nice about that.
And we shot a fucking 4-man and we could have killed more than that.
Easily.
Well, like even when I had, speaking of Dustin earlier, like we had Dustin up and Hunter up last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they hunted 12 DSDs all year last year.
Yep.
Smiling like a little nutcracker. Like our best hunt this year was like 8 decoys, I think it was.
Yeah.
And that was like maybe it was September. But it's funny too, because like we got some younger guys and stuff that like contact us and they're like, "Oh, we gotta have like bigger spreads, we gotta do this, that, and
nah,
it's
dude.
Like, you don't, man. Just make it look realistic. Like you can really get away. Like if you have 1 to 3 dozen decoys, you can make that look like a 10 dozen decoy spread out there.
If you know how to set decoys and know how to call at birds, you don't need a lot. I mean, your hide has to be pretty much perfect. But
your hide is fucking. If you don't have a hide, you might as well stay in fucking bed, as far as I'm concerned.
But I'll tell you what, though.
That's what I stress out about is the most of a fucking anything.
I will go off of the hide is obviously number one. But I will go back to what Tanner said with if you don't know how to run the decoy spread.
Yeah.
Because if you run a good enough decoy spread where it's like spread out and they're not focusing on one spot, like where you're at, like the kill hole, like everybody puts like that J, but the kill hole is like right where you're sitting. If you were able to like understand that, that's
understanding where calling comes into effect too. If you can put birds 100 decoys 100 yards away from you, but they're most of the time they're going to come in right to your calls, right in the hole.
Right. And that's why like I try to tell people like I'll throw what you guys didn't really see because we were hunting that water hole when you guys came up and hunted, but like I'll throw decoys out 100 yards away from us, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, what do you guys
how do you stop from we can't
shoot out there?" And it's like, dude, just don't worry about trust me.
Yeah, like they're not going to.
I'll throw the bulk at the back, like the depending on the wind.
Yep, depending on the wind.
It depends on the time of year, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
September. Yeah,
I
mean,
100%.
September it's not going to work that way, but
even September though, I'll throw like tiny little sprinkles. Towards like whatever way, like downwind of us. But like the bulk of everything, I'll throw upwind.
Yep.
Because that's where like the food is at, so that's where they're gonna kind of want to come in and feed.
I mean, you'll get them family groups that'll want to narrow off the end.
I mean, no matter what, in September you're gonna have those birds that just want to drop low on you. I mean, there's nothing that you can do about it.
Know what they want. And family groups.
We had that this year out of that blind that you guys came and checked out. Like I thought we needed a ton of help that day, but we didn't. But we had like a 20 pack every single time we hunted there, land like 400 or 500 yards away, and not want nothing to do with us. And it's like, listen, like that's just
what they want.
Local birds like here that like
they don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
They want to be on their own. Like that's where they've been for the last month. Like just let them be.
Yeah.
It's too warm. They don't need competition to find food.
They're not that hungry to fight over food. They know that there's food everywhere they go in the field. So
even if they don't have to fly off to find food. I mean, if they're on a little grass patch, whatever, eating there all day long.
Right.
Well, which that field ended up turning basically into a grass patch, but like it was a 80, 90 acre field.
Yeah.
Which I'm still upset about that dang pigeon that I shot. And you remember that?
I remember you saying it was banded or something, wasn't it?
Do you remember that?
That day?
No, different day.
No.
I went out there to check the blind out one day, and there was this one pigeon like walking in front of my like truck.
It probably was banded by himself out there.
There's two of them, but 100%. Like there's no pigeon that's gonna let me just walk up to it and like, shoot at it.
There's no friendly pigeon.
That's always homer birds.
Yeah. He was a homer.
He literally did like a backflip, sat there, and I was like, oh, I got him, dude. I walk up to him, and he just gets up, flies away. I was like, dude, you son of a bitch, man.
Yeah,
like,
he was definitely banded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I lost out on the band that day.
Yeah.
But whatever.
It's all right, just a pigeon band.
Yeah, whatever.
Still kind of
not everybody can have as many as Brad.
Nope, not anybody can kill as many as I can. But it's all right.
Big bad Brad.
Big pigeon guy.
Fucking something about them bands are just fucking...
I'm telling you, you've got... How many bands you got this year? 4 or 5?
No. What? If you want to count pigeon bands, yeah. Fuck yeah.
I've got goose bands you got?
2 goose bands, a duck band, and I don't know how many pigeon bands.
I feel like you had more goose bands this year than that.
No.
No, because my dad...
Tanner's dad killed one, 100%. He killed that motherfucker.
I should have dusted it.
Tanner should have dusted it.
Long story.
Tanner should have dusted it, but he didn't have the fucking bullet in his gun.
It's a long story how that happened.
It's not that long of a story. Tanner's gun wasn't loading.
It had one. I had one bullet in it because I shot into a pack before, and I shot into cripple and shot 2 at it. Forgot to load my gun. I had 1 bullet in it. 4 pack came in. I shot the one. I'm on the other one's band. I'm sitting here pulling the trigger and hearing click, click.
There was literally 4 of us in the blind. Literally each one of us killed a bird. Me, Tanner, our buddy Manny, killed a bird. There was one getting out. Tanner's dad, Jared. Hashtag Jared Lemley.
J-Rock.
Yep.
J-Rod.
Is it Rod? That's what you call him? J-Rod?
Jared.
We had a guy
burned his ass at like fucking 30 yards getting out of the hole. Banded as fuck.
I seen his feet up in the air flapping. Yeah. I'm like, dude, that fucker's banded. Yep. No, it's not. Millie goes out there, brings it back, 100% banded.
Yeah. Oh, banded. Hard. Yes. Hard time banded. That's the third banded bird that almost got out this year. Mm. That just makes you like, I mean, I'm talking almost got out, like last shot. Almost got out.
That's what's crazy. Like you saying that the duck that I shot that was banded, it had a BB in it. And you could tell like if it was like older new.
Yeah.
It was an older band, and it's just crazy to think like
how many spreads that fucker's been in.
Which obviously probably not that many travel.
Maybe.
But
well, yeah, I guess.
Well, for us, like, and we'll get into it shortly, where like I really think for us, we were shooting the same birds like all year out of that hole.
Maybe, dude. Remember the fucking morning we were there? We saw 50 fucking birds and kill fucking 30 fucking something of them.
35 or 37.
We didn't.
You think we only seen 50?
I don't think
it wasn't that many. The ones we seen, we mostly killed.
I bet you there wasn't 10 birds that lived out of that fucking.
I mean, we had 14 guys there.
No, we didn't have that many.
We had 12.
We had 12.
12?
Yeah, so watch it, dude.
Sorry.
I bet you there wasn't fucking 8 to 10 birds that lived.
I'll tell you what, though.
Ducks wise.
We had 12 guys there, and we hunted there a lot more than I wanted to this year.
Yeah, yeah.
But that hunt in particularly, every duck. Did we kill any geese? Yeah, we killed geese.
Yeah, we killed a few geese,
like 8 or so.
Yeah, but every single bird, I feel like maybe besides some of the geese, were right in the hole.
I mean, they were just doing it fucking perfect. Filthy. Yeah. I mean,
that's one of those holes that like is just absolutely.
Yeah.
You hunt there and it seems like it should be at like a mallard club or some sort of like refuge area because it's insane.
Yeah, we've got a couple of those. Like the split weekend of us was just like fucking something you'd pay $1,000 fucking dollars for. Like it was just unreal what we were fucking seeing.
You guys had a lot of hunts that like that. I feel like. I mean, this year I feel like you guys did really good. On birds.
Yeah.
I mean, more than and
well,
I didn't know you guys the way that I know you guys now, but I feel like you guys hunted.
Well, we took it serious this year. We weren't fucking around with deer.
Yeah.
We weren't fucking around with nothing else. We decided that we were going to kill fucking ducks and geese this year.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, like, because what did we make 3 or 4 years ago now?
Probably 3 years ago, I'd say.
And I feel like this year, like, you guys really did a lot better than previous years. Which I met you, this, like...
Summer. At Dustin.
Not even a month before the first podcast we did.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's all about your priorities. Like, if you want to kill a big buck, like, cool, go fucking kill your big buck. Right. But if you want to kill big birds, you want to kill a bunch of fucking birds, you got to decide whether you want to do that or not in fucking September, and you got to fucking decide.
Well, and that's like going back to where, like I was saying, like, people don't realize what's behind the scenes. Like you just can't go to one field every day and just scout. You gotta, I travel close to about an hour to where we hunt at. And, it's one of those things where people are like, oh, I don't want to drive like an hour to go scout every day. Well, then and it's like,
you ain't fucking killing nothing.
I don't want to hear you guys complaining. Like, what? Don't complain or don't say you can't get fields if you guys don't want to go work for your birds.
That's what.
If you're down in Ohio and you're, I don't know, March zone or whatever the zones you guys have, like, and your season's out, but the other season's in, like, go, like, and it's only like an hour or two away, like, go find
not
the birds.
Even,
Like,
that's what me and Tanner were talking about on the way here. Like, honestly, we probably have fucking, like, literally thousands of fucking acres worth of fields. But depending on where the fucking birds want to feed, they might not want to feed on any of the thousands of acres that we have for fucking permission on.
Right.
Like, you got to go find the birds. You can't have 10 properties and just sit on your fucking ass on your couch and be like, oh, I'll go scout on Wednesday and hope that there's a bird 100%. On one of my fields.
100%.
Like, that's not the way it works.
No.
There's fields I hunted 8 years ago that the birds haven't fed in since.
But
like, I mean, that's just fucking how it is. You have to chase the fucking birds if you want to be competitive in this fucking hunting industry. You need to fucking hunt the birds. They don't just feed in the same fucking field every year.
Well, and I will say though too that the birds that you have those fields that oh, way to go, the Instagram live. The birds that like you hunted 8 years ago on the certain fields or whatever, you still got to be in contact with those farmers and stuff, because that one day that you don't have anything.
Yeah, we're solid with them, but I mean,
but like a lot of people just forget about those kind of farmers or landowners or whoever they are. Like, you got to stay in contact and still like make yourself known about that, because they don't care whether you hunt it or not. Like, they'll invite whoever else out there.
Yeah, the first person. I mean, nobody gives a fuck about geese around us. I mean, deer's king around us,
which is like completely different. Not completely different, because we have a lot of guys that care about the deer, which goose hunting, like, people don't realize, like, us hunting a field, like, you could shoot a deer the same morning that a goose.
They just don't give a fuck.
Your deer do?
Yeah,
dude, our deer are fucking, like, if you get caught hunting a fucking deer on somebody's property, like, you're fucked.
No, I'm saying like
if they're in that. You're saying you can kill a deer in the same field you shot geese in that morning.
Well, like, say somebody's deer hunting in a field that we're goose hunting.
Oh, no, you're not doing that by our house.
Fuck no. Oh. You know how many people I've asked on? I bet you it was 4 or 5 guys I've asked to waterfowl hunt this field, and they said, no, guys have that woods lease that butts up to against it, and I don't want you in that field. That happened to me 3 for a fact 3 times.
We're talking late season after fucking deer's essentially fucking closed. Like, over. You could be fucking, like, Ohio deer season's open right now, but nobody's fucking bow hunting
unless you're trying to chase a monster buck over a corn pile or a food plot.
But people will be like, oh no, I got people that deer hunt there,
which we get that, like, we do, but I can't even begin to tell you how many times that we've hunted a field, looked across the field, and there's just a 150, 160 plus deer sitting at the edge of the field, just like,
back to Brad's.
What are you guys doing?
Back to Brad's point, deer are dumb.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
you just bang the fuck out of fucking shotgun shells, and you got fucking 160 sitting in your fucking field.
We did this year. I had a picture on my old phone, obviously.
Deer are stupid.
But I think it was last year. We probably had a 130, 140.
That's wild.
Pushing it, like chasing a doe right outside of our spread.
During rut.
It was during rut, don't get me wrong. But still, though, like, it was just one of those things where, like, around us, like, they're just...
Yeah.
And mind you, it's not everybody's hunting every single field.
Right.
There's only 3 groups total where we hunt at, and there's not a ton of bird pressure, but like there's enough, I would say, and they still just they don't care. Yeah. They don't care at all.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of fucking bird pressure around us. Like, there's one town we fucking hunt in where there's a lot of fucking guys that like try to fucking hunt them, but they just, I don't fucking know.
I think there's more than one.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys that fucking try to hunt them, and they're just. That's why we don't fuck around with like silhouettes and shit like that. Like, that's what they're all fucking using. It's like
they all got 1 or 2 dozen full bodies with that and 8 dozen silos.
Yeah,
well, that's what I tell everybody on the water too. Many podcasts before this one, like, you're running 3 dozen mallard decoys, 2 spinners out there, and so is everybody else. Mm-hmm. Like I seen that Bo Brooks. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Yeah. Run that whole coot spread this year. Like that would be the decoy spread to run out there,
dude. Fucking anywhere. If I'm hunting like Erie or shit, like I'll run my entire fucking spread. I'll run fucking 12 dozen fucking floaters out there. Like I don't give a
mostly mallards.
Dude, everything. Really? I got fucking
divers, scoters.
Dude, I got fucking scoters. I got fucking everything,
well,
dude.
And that kind of goes back to where like your goose spread is so widespread out, they're not focusing on
exactly
that spread.
Yeah.
You know, because your scoters are black.
Yeah.
So
well, I kind of put my blacks like where I want them to fucking land, really. I mean, that way they fucking they hone in on your blacks a lot better, I think.
Or the divers with the white on.
Yeah. Either white or black is what I think you want in your hole.
Which I feel like at that point, whether it's a scoter or a black duck, like by the time they see what that is, like
they don't
it's
know.
Too late.
I bought I bought a half dozen surf scoters and
spit it out there, Billy.
I bought a half dozen surf scoters in Maryland for fucking fun from fucking Molly's place. And I throw them fuckers out every hunt just because it's fucking funny as fuck. And they fucking work. You just throw them in your fucking kill hole.
That's what a lot
of them. And they light on them birds fucking hard.
A lot of those guys this year were pretty pissed off the diver guys this year because the divers just never came in this. I mean, they were here, but they were never.
And they were fucking weird. They were kind of here like early, and then they kind of just left, and then they were kind of just gone. Yeah. Right. They never really kept coming.
Well, I feel like once, like, I in my opinion anyway, for our side of the lake, they were here, and they kept on coming, not in the numbers that, like, we have now. Because, like, was it yesterday? We ate, like, right across the canal, like, where we were talking about. One side or the other was just solid divers all the way across. So, like, they didn't come.
Well, there's
in,
no
like,
pressure either, so you gotta fucking.
Well, okay, so that's like my next statement was like, you know, they were coming still, but Canada doesn't have a lot of pressure. With us being that close to Canada, they just get pushed over there, and then they're good to go. Right. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like the numbers, but they were still like coming in. And
I mean, they could come. I mean, they might be coming steady even during regular season, but. I mean, we're just fucking hammering so hard. They might just be moving on.
And I think that's a big thing too, where I think a lot more guys are hunting during the week compared to
they are
previous years. Like a lot more guys are starting to realize like the week hunts are better.
Oh yeah.
And I almost think like it's almost gonna hit like a reverse time where the weekends are gonna start getting better than the weekdays, just because.
Fucking hope. I hope, but.
I mean, I could be wrong, and obviously I've been wrong a lot of times before, but, you know, I feel like a lot more guys are hunting weekdays than they are weekends now.
Honestly, they are. A lot of guys switching their schedules to hunt fucking, to be working third shift and shit like that. Like,
if I worked around here, I would 1,000% be on third shift.
Yeah. Or at least second shift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for that reason.
Yeah.
Right.
To hunt
just solely to hunt.
Yeah.
Even just to fish, too, like the Maumee River walleye run. I mean, that.
You guys will have to come up this year for the river run here.
Well, I'm not much of a fisherman.
You need to come down to the Maumee River. That shit is wild.
Tanner's a big fisher.
I don't think you have you fished here before?
No, but
I don't think you realize how good this is.
I'm telling
how
you
good
right now.
Like we'll catch like a 4-man in like 30 minutes.
Really?
What's your limit?
What are you flossing them?
In Michigan.
5 for 15 inches.
It's 6 in Ohio.
For how many inches?
15.
I think it's 15.
Are you flossing?
Flossing, yeah.
I don't play Fortnite.
No. Okay.
Good.
I understood.
I don't know, dude. It's probably the funnest.
I don't wear dive bomb hats either.
Yeah.
But besides Steelhead, but probably the Maumee River run is probably one of my favorite things.
How many people are out there though for that?
Thousands.
Yeah, that's like for me.
We're
like,
fishing from guys me to you.
In between me, between me and you, and we're fucking 5 foot away from each other. There's 3 other guys.
It is fun.
Like I'm rubbing each other's fucking chubbies. That's how close.
Yeah, we are. I'm good on all that. Like for me, like from here to Grosse Ile, you could walk across the boats, but I go find somewhere else. Yeah, because like there's fish everywhere in the river. I'll go find a spot where those guys are out there all day long trying to catch their limits. I'll go somewhere where I'll catch my limits, like I said, half hour or whatever. And mind you, that's a good day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go somewhere where it's just me and maybe another boat out there and still catch fish. Maybe it's not as fast or anything, but it's better quality fish.
Yeah.
If anything.
And you're not getting fucking tangled up with every other dude in the fucking river.
I don't like the whole craziness.
I've given to peer pressure really badly.
You do?
And yeah.
Well, you're a drywaller.
Horribly bad. And Tanner and all my other buddies would fucking always peer pressure me into it. I'd always lose like $40 fucking in lures and weights every fucking time I went to the river.
Well, because you're not buying my jigs, that's why.
Well, I don't know whose fucking jigs I need to buy.
Mine.
That are fucking magic.
You just
but they fuckers would break off. And I've caught 2 fucking fish in the river, and I've been fucking fishing that shit for 10 years.
You just need to fish with me, dude.
It's horrible.
I'm telling you, dude. It's so fun.
I hate it.
I could imagine it's fun. Don't get me wrong.
I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's fun.
I'm kind of with you because I don't like that many people, man.
No, I'd rather go out on the boat with Jared.
Yeah.
And fucking catch our fucking 6-man of fucking walleye in an hour and a half.
I'm not a big troller though.
And go home and fucking catch our and go get a breakfast.
And maybe go pigeon hunting.
And then go pigeon hunting and kill something that was fucking fun.
What are you shooting at the pigeons?
Pigeons?
Yeah.
Like, you talking shot size?
No, gun.
Oh, 12 gauge.
Oh, okay.
All time. All time.
Just wondering.
The only time I use anything other than 12 gauge is on rabbits, like in my own.
Those are set up, by the way.
In my well, sometimes you 10 gauge.
You do?
No, I'm not gay.
Oh man!
But sometimes I use a 410 in my own woods if I don't feel like killing them for real.
I think we talked about that last time about turkeys with the 410.
410s, yeah. I don't know.
I so badly want to just buy a 410 just for that reason. Honestly, I still want to buy
I've got one, but I just shot a rabbit with one the other day, and he didn't like die all the way. So,
really?
Yeah, dude. And he was like 10 yards away. So I was like, I don't know.
It's tough, dude. I think it's just more of just like the closeness of it all.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about fishing next to 10 other dudes that close. I don't know. I would love to come down to the Maumee because that's a like historical like great spot to fish.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's just one of those things where I know it's such a good feeling to go out there to a spot where nobody else is at, and like all these guys from all over the country come here and go to this one particular spot, and I'm on the other side of the lake and pound them jigging, and then come back in before they even caught one fish. It's just. And they're like, "Well, you guys using minnows? We're using minnows." I'm like, "Who buys?"
They're using minnows.
A lot of guys use minnows up here.
Really?
A lot of guys.
Dude, they're not catching.
The jig.
Those fuckers are not biting fucking minnows.
No. There's like days
like
where
hair jigs. You're talking jigging off the bottom.
So no. Okay. So you use a minnow with a jig head with a finesse minnow.
Yeah.
You hook the minnow on. The regular hook for more of like a scent kind of base thing. And there's some days where like
they can smell that really good in the fucking Detroit River.
Well, I mean, it's not Flint.
Okay, yeah.
So, but like there are days where the minnows are a lot better than
snagging them better than.
I mean, that's the same thing with ice fishing though.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I feel like ice fishing, you got to finesse it a little bit.
Not really. I mean, a lot of the dead sticks though catch more fish than anything. I feel like
those fish are most of the time alive when you're putting them on the hook though.
I'm not
like if you're putting like say a minnow or something on are you taking like a tip up or what?
I'm not talking about like a big sucker or anything I mean, you like for me when I'm ice fishing, I hook them through like underneath the spine, halfway through the body. Mm-hmm. That way they're still moving and stuff. I mean,
that's unethical.
No, it's still life.
That is the best way. That's the best way to hook them in, honestly.
Well, because they don't.
I mean, they can still swim, but then they're like kind of fucked up when they swim.
Yeah. That way they suffer a little bit.
No, mine don't. Mine don't at all.
You just catch fish that quick that they don't fucking suffer.
No, lately it's been tough around here. Just the water's been so murky with the winds. I think it was...
Me and Tanner went ice fishing yesterday, dude. Burned them up, dude.
Did you?
In like an hour and a half, we caught one crappie and one bluegill.
It's better than what we've been doing up here, though, because up here, like, the water's been so... Like, last week or 2 weeks ago? Right before a real cold snap.
Yeah.
You could literally walk a mile out into the lake.
You were walking up here before that cold snap?
Walking? I mean, I was walking...
On ice?
26 years ago.
No, I'm talking on ice, dog.
No, I'm saying, like, you walk out in a mile into the lake before you hit water.
Oh.
Yeah, like it was like...
Was that blown out, really?
Yeah, that hard
really?
That hard west wind, like, blew us completely out.
I did see that on somebody's Instagram story.
Holy shit.
It was blown way the fuck out.
Yeah, it was crazy up here.
Holy shit.
And a lot of people don't realize that because, like, Lake Erie's so shallow.
Yeah.
Which, shallow is 24 feet at the most, which is obviously deep.
This basin, yeah.
Right. And yeah, that west wind will do... Like, we really got to watch our boats and stuff during the summertime with that kind of stuff.
2 years ago when I was duck hunting.
I was say duck hunting is worse.
Dude, it was fucking horrible.
There's a lot of west winds.
I was out there on a Tuesday,
and
it was like after Thanksgiving, so cold as fuck. Nobody was out there. And my shit, like, I obviously hid my boat behind me on the beach. And I was sitting on the fucking point. And I was sitting there and I was like, damn, that fucking root I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should go check on my fucking boat here. And sure as shit, that bitch is fucking completely fucking beached on the fucking sand.
It gets tough, man.
So my phone's at like fucking 5%. So I'm texting my buddies, calling my buddies like, hey, if I'm fucking still out here by the time you fucking get off work, you need to fucking come out here with my fucking boat and get me out of here. So luckily, they called enough guys that they found somebody that was hunting out in the fucking bay that I was hunting in, and they pulled me off the fucking bank. And luckily, I fucking still got out of there. But my boat, if I was out there by myself with no help, I'd probably still be out on that fucking island.
Well, we were out there one opening morning. And it was me and my sister's fiance, and we were hunting like this. There was a rock wall, the banana dike.
Yep.
So the banana dike had this little like triangle section off of it. And I was like, dude, I bet you I can jump that with my boat. Like, no, you can't. And I was like, all right, yeah, I can't. Watch me, So I jumped this little rock wall, get up in this little bay, don't have to anchor my boat off or anything. So it was like absolutely perfect, And next thing you know, we're hanging out or whatever, and I look back, and there's about like 2 foot of the rock wall like showing. I'm like, dude. And mind you, I got to pick up my buddy in like less than an hour. I'm like, dude, I don't know if I'm getting out of here right now. Like, he might be SOL right now because, like, I don't know how we're gonna get this boat out of it. It just changes so fast in rivers and stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's something you got to fucking watch out for. That's for sure.
And this year, I was real piss poor on my weather, honestly. Because, I mean, I think, Tanner, you've even said, like, this year where, like, have you seen the weather for this upcoming week? And I'm like, dude, I honestly no. Like, I have no idea. Like, usually, like, the years prior, like, I was really into the wind and the weather and, like, looking at, I'm big on... There might be north winds north of us, but we have a south wind, and the birds are stopping like here compared to, because just because you have a north wind doesn't mean north wind is.
It's gonna be north wind 500 miles north.
Right. So I was super big onto that, but this year I really didn't do much of that. And I feel like maybe because of the fact that we didn't have the fields because it got tilled under so fast this year.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it's fucking overthinking, honestly. Like, if you got a solid fucking north wind, then you got a pretty good chance of you having fucking migrators come through.
Well, what I'm saying though is like if you have a north wind, or say you have a south wind,
yeah,
and north of you is north wind,
right?
the birds are probably going to stop more in your area compared to
keep on rolling.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of looking at, and especially like during the week if I'm scouting, I'll be like, okay, over here, which I don't do it as much now because there's certain spots where I know like birds are here right now compared to where I usually hunt. So like I used to be like, okay, birds are probably over in this area, so I'll go check these fields now because that they had a south wind and north was pushing down, and it was like 20-mile-an-hour south wind right there, so they're probably staging right here right now.
Yeah.
Setting for a night or so, and then just next morning rolling out.
Yeah, just something. I don't know. I don't know. I there's so many people that all three of us know, I guess, that don't look at like the. It might be overthinking, but I think a lot of as my group and your guys' group, success comes from like that overthinking.
It really is, yeah. Like that super like ADHD fucking 100%. Just going crazy. Like we need to figure out why exactly these birds are doing this is why we fucking kill shit.
Well, and you can tell somebody 100 times to do this, and then they still wonder like how you're killing birds. It's like, well, because like you're not thinking how I told you, so I don't know why I keep on.
I don't know how many times I have to put this in your head. This is how you do it. You just gotta listen.
Yeah, man, like it's just horrible.
Like me and Tanner think the same fucking way. Like if a flock doesn't do it, we're thinking, why didn't he fucking
even though it might not be it might not even be your birds that are coming in, right?
Like why didn't he fucking come here?
Like a single that's like Mach 40 like through the spread, like
or why did he land short? Like fucking last weekend when we killed that 5-man, it was a single, right?
Yeah,
we had a single land short as fuck, like 200 yards short, straight in the field when we were hunting the water, which I was thinking might happen with how cold it was. And I was like, well, that ain't fucking good. So we sat there for
be your local birds at that point.
Right.
Which I think the groups that you bust up, they came from a different roost.
They did, yeah.
So I think they were different birds.
Yep.
Okay.
So we sat there for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then another, I don't know, 20, 25 came and they fucking short stopped us. I wouldn't even say short stopped us. I mean, they just landed like 500 yards out, dude. Yeah. And I was like, well, I can't let them birds, especially with the snow, like we can't let them fucking birds stay out in this 100%. Fucking field. So I took Millie and we walked out there. We got them birds out of the field. And then I walked back in and there wasn't shit going on for a while. Mm-hmm. And then we had a 4-pack move in and they did it absolutely dirty when we weren't even in the blinds. We were held up next to the fucking pine trees where it was warm out of the wind. And then we moved close and then we just started fucking meleeing the fuck out of them.
Granted, like there's some days where like for example, this year we had a really big feed and we had, so all these ducks started landing out in the middle of the field. We threw the 4-wheeler right out in the middle of the field. Nothing wanted to come our way still. Like the geese would hit the field and they would bank right away. And it's like, what the heck's going on? We moved the 4-wheeler out of the field and they wanted to just decoy right in, which granted, like we were hundreds of yards away from like the X within the X. There's some days where like the small movements of decoys can make a lot, but most of the time, like you're just kind of overthinking for yourself to where like, what are we doing wrong? And it's like, I probably should have just scouted a little bit better to understand what's going on or where the birds are coming from.
A lot of times it's just small stuff. Like when people just say, oh, it's good enough. Like good enough is never good enough for me. Never, ever. Like, oh, we got enough grass.
No,
our layouts are good enough grassed. Our lay frames are good enough grassed. Decoys are out good enough. Never good enough for me.
And that's what was like, nice.
That's going to be your difference between killing a few birds and fucking killing your birds. Right. Like I'm out there, like I didn't wake up at fucking 2:00 in the morning to fucking kill 8 birds.
And
like, I'm here to fucking kill birds.
That's the worst part when you do that, but not everybody else does that, because like everybody talks to me like, why are you hunting or why are you scouting Monday and Tuesday like when we're not hunting until the weekend? And it's like, well, I want to know where the birds got bumped out of the weekend to understand like where, especially after like the daylight savings portion of everything, like you only have an hour or so to scout in the afternoon.
It's fucking tough,
So if I can find them on a Monday or Tuesday, it kind of eliminates some different areas for me to be able to follow them.
Yeah,
exactly. So, which granted, you know, half of the time scouting is, I guess,
checking off what isn't good.
Like scouting and wasting time. You know what I mean? But it's not for the long run.
Right.
And that's what was nice about, like, we went out coyote hunting. I think I was talking to you guys that night or whatever, but we went out coyote hunting, and you guys met our buddy Goodman, and he was out there. He's like, dude, I can't wait for turkey season. And it's so nice to like hear like people understand like how nice it is like to see things and get things like appreciate things like all the hard work or like the scouting or because I had guys that like even turkey hunting where you go out and shoot a limit or like the field that you guys hunted with me, like people don't understand, like people pay $300-$400 a hunt for that kind of stuff. Like and they don't understand that.
They just take it for granted, really.
100%.
Like they just don't understand what was put into it, honestly. Like not to take away all the monetary value of like the decoys, the fucking blinds, the everything. Yeah. Like you just put in what me and Tanner have put in for fucking time of finding these birds, talking to landowners and shit.
I literally just had to text you and ask if you wanted to come, and we had birds, like, and then all of a sudden you want to hunt. But if we don't have birds, like, then you don't want to hunt. Like,
exactly.
Come on, man.
Yeah, if you're asking like, oh, well, how many birds are
don't even worry about it. Right.
Like, dude, about it. Me and Tanner fucking burned the fuck out of them in the field that we didn't even know there was a fucking bird in this field.
Right.
Like, it just.
It's either you're a dog for hunting or you're like you
either want to fucking do it or you fucking don't.
I knew there was birds.
You did not know there was birds.
I knew there was birds in there.
No, you did not.
The week before, and I knew there was birds.
You did
around within the 5-mile radius.
We got fucking lucky that there was 30 birds feeding in that field that we didn't know about.
I knew there was birds around there from all the water, and I seen them in there.
Yeah.
The week before, and I'm like, fuck it, this is the only thing we got.
Yeah.
I was going there.
That fucking worked out.
And that's the thing too that people overlook. Like one of our best fields, which we haven't hunted it this year because the corn was still standing most of the year. One of our best fields is just a traffic field it's just somebody's 10-acre hay field in their backyard that they don't even know a thing about goose hunting. We go back there because it's right next to the cornfield that nobody's able to goose hunt, and we go there and burn them every single time we hunt it, just because it's been so overlooked. And it's like, you got to look at the bigger picture. Like if there's birds in the area or flying around your area.
Yep. If you're
like, throw it out there.
If you're early season too. If you're a good enough caller, got the decoys out there, you can traffic.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah, 100%. They don't fucking know what's going on.
And
they don't know if the fucking feed's changed. Yeah. I mean, it's not like they send out a fucking email to everybody, we're going to a different fucking field today.
They might.
Yeah, I mean, they could. That's what I think they fucking sound like. A bunch of fucking nerds is what I think they sound like.
Well,
that's what I see.
Because I felt like you were going to say something way worse than that.
Facts?
Yeah, pretty much. Dude. I don't know. I just think there's not enough people that like understand. Even, like we talk about like the text messages or like that's all you need for an invite. Like they don't even see like the aftermath of like the conversations of the farmers.
Oh yeah,
or all of that stuff. Like people won't get that.
Like if me and Tanner were to send out a fucking mass text to fucking, we don't hunt in as big as a group as you do, but even if we were to text our 6 dudes that we hunt with or whatever,
right?
Like that's a fucking 2-hour ordeal to fucking finish off what we're talking about this field.
That there's later in the year this year we started really slimming down on that stuff because
the dudes that want to hunt are the hardcore.
Yeah, and I think I talked to you guys about that over Snapchat maybe, or at least you. I think I talked to about because Brad's usually sniffing drywall dust.
Yeah, I'm fucking high as fuck.
But it was just one of those things towards the end of the year, which maybe was more of me just getting tired of like all the guys or whatever. But like, it was just one of those things where, you know, I'm doing all this work. Hopefully you can understand. Jesus criminy, guy.
Hold up.
Brad's grabbing beer and knocking over our Instagram live right now.
It's all right. We'll be all right.
But people just don't realize what it actually takes to have permission on a lot of these fields and have like the communications, or because the one farmer could lead, you know, a prime example is us, like the one farmer we got, and he led us to so many different spots. It's crazy. They all talk.
If you know one good farmer, a big farmer, and you go and talk to him about a different farmer 10 miles away, he's automatically going to know.
Yeah, 100%. Well, I mean, look, I told you guys earlier, like our farmer was kind of upset that we didn't put pit blinds in. Like, what farmer is upset that you don't put pit blinds in?
Let me dig a hole and mill your field and put a stationary blind in the 6 feet on.
Right.
I don't like talking about pigeon hunting, but it's the same way with fucking pigeon hunting. Like, if you fucking roll up to a farmer's barn and you burn the fuck out of their pigeons, they're fucking telling their buddies at the fucking 7-Eleven down the road next
morning
Sunday.
when they go down and drink their coffee.
Yeah, they're fucking telling.
Yeah. Which, I don't know. I tell people all the time that pigeon hunting, I will put hand in hand with duck hunting in the springtime.
Only in the spring.
Yeah. Whatever. No, I don't know. It's just I feel like we went on a huge rant, but just moral of the story is people don't realize how much it takes to actually be successful.
Moral of the story is
don't go to Captain Jim's.
I'm gonna talk you to Captain Catfish Jacks. I'm gonna tell you, if you
what year did you graduate?
If you don't come, if you don't come with the mentality to give it your all, fucking stay in bed. If you're gonna fucking give it your half ass, we don't want you. I don't care whose fucking group you're in.
Jesus Christ.
You're gonna fucking blind your fucking blind. You're gonna fucking set them decoys.
You're gonna blind your blind?
Yep. You're gonna fucking grass your blind up as hard as you fucking can. And you're gonna fucking hide your fucking hide as much as you can. We're gonna put the fucking decoys out as good as you fucking can, and we're gonna burn the fuck out of the birds.
I think
as long as you listen to Daddy Tanner and Daddy Brad and Daddy Kyle, we're gonna fucking burn them.
I think what Brad is trying to say is if you're not willing to put the work in, stay in bed in the morning.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
Shorten it up a little bit.
If you even think about fucking sleeping in the morning, you fucking sleep in, buddy. We don't fucking need you. I want you to wake up as soon as your alarm goes off. I want your fucking eyes to pop open, and I want you to be fucking ready to pop out of bed.
Brad's saying basically if you didn't pop a Viagra first thing when you woke up.
Fucking rock hard that long. I don't want you.
I wake up every fucking morning from September to fucking February, rock hard, and I'm ready to go. If you're fucking not, stay in bed.
I don't even want to know how you are during turkey season.
You have no idea.
Because them feet probably be, which I've heard already.
Oh.
Reeking.
They're reeking, dog. They're reeking, dog.
I don't know.
That was a little excessive.
No. That's how I feel about it, whether you like it or not. And
it's the truth.
And give me another fucking 10 seconds to talk here. And if you don't hit the fucking clay course at least once or twice a year, don't come to my fucking blinds. You at least
that's tough to say because like I don't hit the clay course, but like I'll go out and shoot pigeons and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. That's part of it.
Like off the barns and stuff like that. So I mean, it's
if you can't shoot worth a fuck, stay home. I appreciate that too.
At Owen Lemley.
At Owen Lemley, dog. You'll probably be my brother-in-law soon, but hey, dog, Come on.
You want to drop his Instagram handle?
At Owen Lemley.
Owen_Lemley.
Owen_Lemley. We can work on a couple things, but you know why.
What, your speech impediment or what? All right, I gotta go to the bathroom, dude. Okay, we're back from our potty break.
Yep.
All right, we're just okay. What was the story you guys just wanted to tell me?
I don't remember
Which one.
Talking about inferior.
Yeah, your buddy.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Burkholder. About how he got the game warden called on him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was hunting this field around our house.
You okay, Brad?
Yeah, I'm
He's
good.
got permission. Well,
That was a deep breath.
No, it's a serious story.
Oh, okay.
and he's got permission for it or whatever. Well, this other person had permission for it as well, and he was texting her. Well, her anyways. He was texting her. She was texting him, and he's like, "Well, I don't really want to hunt with her anymore, or whatever."
Just because not a whole lot of knowledge getting passed back and forth here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so he's like, "Nah, fuck that. I don't want to hunt with her or whatever." So
Right.
he went out and hunted that field. Was it Friday or was it Saturday?
It was this Friday.
It was a Friday,
'Cause we
and
weren't
she
there.
and she also wanted to hunt as well. And he said, "No, I ain't hunting with you, whatever."
Right.
Well, she drove by, seeing because my dad drove my truck and trailer there for all the decoys and shit, and she seen them. We're out there, and she ended up calling the game warden on him. And so the game warden came out because she
Brad's
wanted to hunt
face.
that, and he's like, "Nah, fuck you, I'm hunting without you." So she called the game warden out. Game warden came out. He says, "Hey, the landowner. I mean, this person called and said you're hunting out here without permission," and that was pretty much it. But then ever since then, he basically told her, "Nah," or we haven't really ever talked to her again.
Essentially, they're dead.
Dustin said to get the D out of your mouth.
My dick out of my mouth, Dustin.
Oh, you got to remove 2 ribs for that.
But essentially, yeah, we don't really even.
Yeah, no, we're done with that. We're done with that.
I told him before season even started. I said, "I don't know why you guys even mess around with that, because she fucked me over a couple times during shed season."
Yeah, we just need a burnt for ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we know not to ever fuck with that again.
That's a hard part for me too, because I went through a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, but I went through a handful of people to find like that core group of people to hunt with. Which I feel like everybody goes through that.
Yeah.
But you got to have thick skin to be able to like tell people like, "Listen, dude, like,
yeah,
this ain't cool anymore."
Right.
You know
I
what
mean, the way we are, like me and Tanner are the fucking same. Like, you're either going to be serious about it. Like, this is what you're going to do, or you're not going to do it.
Right.
Like, I mean, that's just the way it is. Like, you're not going to kill birds if you're just, we'll decide to go hunt this field on this day.
Well, my biggest pet peeve too is that, you know, don't call me in the morning and say you're not going to go when you told me the night before, because then you're taking a spot where I want to invite somebody.
I could have had somebody else out here.
That's exactly.
Especially on like a banger of a hunt.
Yeah.
Yep, I fell into that last year and a little bit this year already.
Last weekend.
Yep, this last weekend. I could have had other guys here, and fucking you either show up fucking an hour late or you just don't even show up at all because fucking your wife's doing fucking whatever.
Who was that?
Dustin said that he couldn't understand you on the first live video, which for the viewers that are listening to it on Spotify, we're on Instagram live right now, but Dustin said that he couldn't understand you for the first.
You couldn't understand me, Dustin, dog? You want me to reiterate?
I think
reiterate what you just said like 10 minutes ago the whole entire time.
Reiterate.
Jesus Christ, man. I think we need to drop both you guys off of the guy at the bar's house and see what you guys can do at the welding.
I'd wrestle him. No, that guy was a problem. He's got an anger problem.
Yeah, spitting in my face.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he spit his whole meal in your face.
Not literally spit in my face, but when he was talking,
he's
spraying me the sprinkler in my face.
He was dripping it off.
That's one of those situations. Like, so I went out and was doing whatever, and Brad and Tanner were on their way up, and they beat me. And I was like, hey, if you guys are hungry, I'll meet you up at like the local bar. Drunk guy at the bar, found out they were from Ohio, wanted to fight him right off the bat, wouldn't let go of my hand, acted like he knew me at first, but like I have no idea who he was.
I thought Kyle and this dude were buddies.
Yeah, no, I had no idea. And there was like 6 of us up there, maybe 7 of us up there, and nobody ever seen this guy before. And yeah, by the end of it, he wanted to fight Tanner.
He almost kissed Tanner on the lips.
Which this guy was what, 5'9"?
Not even. Not even.
Like,
I mean, yeah, he
would have got fucked up.
I mean, he was destroyed. He was destroyed. Dude was like 45 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, going through the divorce, not to put this guy's fucking information out on the fucking interwebs, but dude was going through the divorce, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, just having a really hard time.
4K is going through divorce.
Yeah, just wanted to fight me and fucking Tanner for no reason at all.
Getting drunk at the bar on a Monday.
Yeah. It's a Monday, dude. Me and Tanner sit there eating fucking wings. And this dude's trying to find us.
Dustin wanted you to teach him how to duck and goose hunt, and then
I don't know how to do that.
My buddy Justin said that I drive a white Chevy. Yeah, you met Justin.
Yeah, at the bar. Yeah.
No, he hunted with us.
Did he?
Yeah, Justin and Robbie hunted with us.
Okay, yeah. Which one's Justin?
The Dirty 30?
30-30?
Yeah.
30-30?
Yeah.
I don't even want to comment back on what he said.
What'd he say?
I'll tell you after.
Was it dirty? Was it dirty 30?
It wasn't dirty.
Was it dirty 30?
It wasn't dirty. But
I want to go to North Dakota with 30-30 is what I want to do next year.
That'd be sick.
That would be nice.
If they need another guy or two, me and Tanner.
I'm taking the spot.
No,
I mean, dude.
Don't worry.
When we went out there pheasant hunting, my dad and I know a guy who's got a 15,
yeah, you know a guy. It's probably that guy at the bar tonight.
No, this
Justin.
Guy.
Hey, Justin. 30-30 fella. Hey, if you need a guy, go to fucking North Dakota. If you need 1, let me know. If you need 2, let Tanner know. If you need 3, let Kyle know. You know what I mean?
You might as well drop your number just in case you want to.
5, 6.
just in case he wants you to talk dirty to him that night.
No, he's got my DMs for sure. He's got it. He's got it.
I forgot what we're even talking about.
I have no fucking clue on it. To be completely honest.
Well, you really threw me off there. But yeah. Moral of the story, how was your guys' season this year? I mean, it looked like you guys were absolutely killing it this year.
I think we burned them up pretty good.
I think it was a really good, way better than last season.
Oh, way better.
What made it different for you guys?
I think just scouted way more, looked for more birds. Last year, I really wasn't. I mean, I wasn't into it last year compared to this year.
We just didn't give a shit about deer.
Yeah,
is what the main thing is.
Well, and I feel like a lot of the time as well, like year to year for groups, they don't fill the gaps that they missed out on. Mm-hmm. So every year, if you make it like, well, we were really piss poor on this last year, let's fix that.
Yep.
If you're able to do that and understand that, then it'll make the year go a lot better than previous years. Like, but the crops is a big thing too for like the season, because like for us, like we usually hunt bean fields.
Yeah.
We didn't
That's
have
crazy too. That's fucking
one bean
That's
field
unreal, dude.
We always hunt bean fields every year.
Never.
Really?
We never do.
I mean, the only bean fields we hunt
the only bean fields we hunt are flooded born fields that we're shooting them on the water.
Flooded
what? Flooded bean fields, like on the water. Oh. Like they're landing there as like a loaf or
like it's not tiled or anything, so it's
they're
flooded in the bottoms there.
Yeah, they're not.
No, we hunt a lot of
that's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, that's the only food at that time of year, though. The beans get thrashed, the corn's still standing, and it's obviously hard to hide in a bean field, which hopefully we have a edge to hide. But
well, we were hiding in the fucking middle of bean fields. It's all about your hide.
You hide in the middle of a bean field?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Layout lines?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Which I don't like. Don't get me wrong. I'll fucking...
You know how many times this guy
I'll fucking...
bitched
I'll have a fucking meltdown over hunting and fucking layouts, dog.
Yeah. He says, well, this is one hunt this year. He goes, if we're hunting layouts again, I'm never hunting with you.
Yeah, like I don't want to fucking hunt. But now I got one of those ghillie blankets.
Justin said, "Saddle up. You're riding in the middle seat because he's got
I'll hide
Ryan. He's got a Chevy with a bench seat. So
I'll ride the hump all day long, grind.
He's ski on the whole.
Yeah, I will.
Well, Justin, as long as they know what their deal is, I mean, they got one job and they're going to do it.
His hands are pretty small.
They are. They got a little bit of calluses on them, but they will ride off. Yeah,
ride off in the sunset.
No, but what were we talking about?
Your ghillie blanket.
My ghillie blanket, yeah. That is a fucking game changer. I'll hunt layouts any day of the fucking week with my ghillie blanket.
This year we didn't hunt layouts one time. Last year I think we hunted it once. I'm just not a big layout guy.
I'm not either. Yeah.
I think it
also depends on the number of guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. It's kind of hard to hide 12 guys.
Yeah, if there's 2-3 dudes, like if it's me and Tanner, we'll burn the fuck out of them on the layouts because we don't have to sit fucking right on top of each other. But if there's fucking 7-8 dudes, I mean, just like boom, 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 fucking layouts right next to each other, then you got a fucking 5-degree angle that you can shoot without blowing your buddy's ear off.
Well, you should have more than 5 degrees.
Right.
Right
here.
Yeah. I mean, it's right there.
11-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
I mean, like if it's me and Tanner out there, I mean, we'll just fucking burn the fuck out.
Yeah, how many times my ears have been just
but that also
ringing.
Also depends on like how like you guys know each other, like how you hunt too. Yeah. Because like if you're out of shells and you know like Brad or if Tanner has more shells, like you know to lay down and let them. You know what I mean? It's tough.
Like personally, I'm a fucking. You're gonna take what we fucking get. Like this isn't fucking North Dakota here. Like if we have a 4-pack of fucking mallards come in, you're fucking killing them 4-pack of fucking mallards.
Dustin said that he'll lay back in your chair in a ghillie blanket while you do whatever.
That's fine. That sounds good to me, dog.
He didn't say that, but Dustin, that's all you know, bro.
That sounds warm, dog. That sounds warm.
Negative degrees here lately. I've been cold.
Hey, it's been cold out there, Dustin. I mean, I'm taking whatever I can get.
Oh man, what? Well, like I said, like you guys look like you guys have been killing it this year. This year for us was tough. It seemed like, you guys had more of a migration than we had this year. Even.
I wouldn't say that.
No,
I wouldn't say that.
You guys just been out on that. Like, I mean, well, I guess if you guys are following them,
it takes
8 to 10 roosts.
Yeah, like, dude, I won't even say it's that many fucking roosts. No, I bet you one isn't. Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
It's just so weird that like to hear from like you guys and that's why I love doing this podcast and stuff, to be able to hear from like different people from different areas, because like I said, we have maybe the 3 roosts, but we hunt the 1 roost mainly, and had to hunt it smart.
Yeah.
Compared to like you guys bouncing around roost to roost to roost.
Yeah.
It's just cool to see how you guys are hunting. Like so on average though, for you guys, what kind of spreads are you guys running on like hunts? Just kind of matching the hatch, if anything.
I don't know.
Just depends what there's some spots we threw out, like if it's a flooded water hole, 2 dozen full bodies. Then there's other field hunts, you're running 7-9 dozen full bodies.
Yeah.
Because even some hunts too, like I see guys throwing like snow geese out, and it's like, why are you even doing that around your area?
Because there's snow geese.
There's snow geese there.
Yeah. Well, no, don't get me wrong, because I have snow geese too, but I'm only putting like 1 or 2 on like north wind days or whatever it may be. But
there's some snow geese that we know that, like, there's been a couple times we've been fucking close to killing snow geese.
I missed one.
And I'm not saying like I'm gonna go out scouting all week and I seen a couple snow geese. Like, why am I throwing snow geese out? I'm saying like people
they suck in. I'm telling you, they suck in.
But
me and Tanner.
I'm saying like if you don't see any snow geese at all anywhere around, why are you?
No, you want to do that,
right.
But last weekend, me and Tanner were hunting way east of where we actually hunt, and we were basically hunting migrators. We thought we were hunting locals, but
Dustin said he's married, so you're SOL.
Well, it is what it is. But me and Tanner were hunting these.
Brad said once the lights are off, everything changes.
Me and Tanner were hunting these migrators, basically, fucking like last weekend, and the snow broke off with these two. And I mean, honestly, if we probably had snow goose decoys, we probably fucking would have smoked the fuck out of him.
Well, because that's what everybody was like, oh, like, why'd you buy all these snow goose decoys? And it's like, well, first of all, I only bought 6.
Yeah.
And
that's all you need. Like, around here, you're not going to have a fucking group of snow geese.
Right. I'll probably only shoot or only use like 2 to 3 tops.
Right.
And it's only on certain days where like I'm running giant spreads or whatever.
And you're hunting that snow goose that's living in that fucking spread. Like I keep a spec call, which doubles as a snow call, as on my lanyard at all times, like no matter what. So
it just literally goes back to the confidence thing. That's all.
Like there was one time we hunted like it was like Thanksgiving weekend. Like, and he wasn't making a noise when we were hunting this one snow, and I fucking just chattered at him a little bit, and fucking immediately after I fucking said something, he was saying shit right back to me. I was like, all right, well, fucking, we might get him here. We ended up not killing him, but fucking.
we had one hunt with Sean when he was in a couple years ago. We had like 4 blues, I want to say a couple specks, and like 3 or 4 snows and 1 flock fly over top of us, and I was like, holy smokes, dude. But like those are the hunts that like you wish you had something out there.
Well, the thing is, snows die so fucking easy too. Like they fucking die so fucking easy. They're nothing like Canada. So like,
no, not at all.
When you think about it, you're like, there's times we probably could have killed fucking a couple fucking snows this year, but like, are you willing to take that fucking shot on that fucking snow?
And bust all them other ones out.
This year is our first year in I think 3 or 4 years we didn't kill a snow goose this year.
Really?
Granted, not yet anyway.
Right.
I mean, we still have 2 more weeks, but like this is our first year in, like I said, 3 to 4 years, which we've only seen 1, and I think that migration was just that slow for us this year.
It was. Yeah,
it was just tough. It was a real big grind this year.
Honestly, the fucking one snow goose that's fucking been living around us has been here for fucking 2 months.
Really?
So, yeah. And Tanner let him go at fucking 15 yards one time.
These motherfuckers, we shot these birds this day. Brad shot another band, of course, but we were getting ready to leave, and then we heard these geese come over the fence row. We all jumped into our layouts. I look over, and there's this one just low as fuck. And I didn't know it was a snow at the time. Well, they popped up behind us in the layouts, and I pop up, and I'm like, it's a fucking snow. I'm yelling, snow, snow, snow. And I already shot 1 shell, and then I'm on my 2nd and 3rd. Of course, I missed the fucker. And then the other guy we're hunting with, his name's Ace. He shoots at 3 more times, misses it. But dude, when I first popped up and I seen this fucker, I bet you I could have jumped up and grabbed it. It was that close.
Is he still around or no?
Yeah, he was until last week.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because we shot the 1 snow last year, and it was when we shot almost like that 14-man limit of mallards and however many geese. Like we shot into the geese, and all of a sudden a single snow comes in. I didn't even know he was there. Single juvie snow comes in. We shoot at him. Mind you, 14 guns are going off.
Yeah.
Miss him. He swings back around. Everybody loads their guns back up. We shoot at him again. And he's like 80 yards up both times around.
Yeah.
We barely nicked him, apparently, and he went down stone dead 300 yards away.
I've shot 1 snow goose in my life, and it was in Maryland, and I shot him at fucking no closer than 80 yards.
That's nuts.
And he just fucking took like a couple pellets, and that was all it was.
That's
and
crazy.
He fucking went down.
That bird, I don't know if me or Mike shot this year, Burkholder, but that fucker was that
dude.
fence row,
yeah.
Like 90 yards.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Migra?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Migra, actually.
It was that Migra 2 and BB 3.5 inch. I burned that fucker.
Dude.
I think I burned it. I'm almost 100%. Burke was shooting 2s and 4s, which that far, that wouldn't have killed it. So
I'm telling you, dude, that Migra, I try to tell
changer.
people.
I almost got pissed off because they were shooting at him that fucking far away. And then this dude just fucking crumpled. I was like, what in the fuck, dude?
Over the fence row, 95 yards. We looked at on Onyx. 90 is like 97, 95 yards.
Yeah.
We had the Gator guys out for our 2-day split for like one of our last duck hunts of the year, you know. We had like 10 geese come in, like 8 of them dumped down. Like we kill them, like all of them dump in. Obviously, we drop 8 of them. 1 or 2 of them fly out. We drop one at like 60 yards. One flies all the way back around. I throw one shell in the gun. Everybody's like, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, and it's like way off, like where your dog was, like to the right over there.
Yeah,
and it's like 70, 80 yards, and I take one shot. I lead it like 3 yards. I shoot, boom. Oh, so you see it soaring down into the corn, dude. We got it all on video too, and everybody's screaming and stuff. Oh, dude, the Migra packs a punch.
The Migra is fucking crazy, honestly.
It packs a punch.
I couldn't believe it when it was just like steel.
Yeah,
like because I've been used to because I've been shooting bismuth for fucking like 3-4 years, and I mean that shit's fucking packs a punch. But I mean it also costs you fucking a lot of money to have that fucking amount of punch. But
for as cheap as Migra,
but that Migra, for the amount of money that it is, and as much as it fucking hammers them, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like,
no,
I won't buy fucking anything that's bismuth anymore.
And that was the big thing too. Like, you know, when Boss came in, everybody was buying Boss, and
that's what I've been shooting.
Plated bismuth and all this stuff. Like,
I've been shooting Boss for 5 years now. I'll never buy it again until I buy fucking Migra.
Yeah, there's nothing. It's.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how the fuck they do it, but they hammer them. They hammer the shit out of them, dude.
Yeah.
Stone cold.
Yeah.
It's
because like Tanner's dad, Jared, like we've been telling Jared for a couple years, like like we got all this time into it, like buy quality shells.
Right.
Like you get all the way to this time, like it's time to buy.
If you're going out 1 or 2 times a year, I understand.
No, he shoots a lot.
Yeah,
he hunts a lot. Yeah. Like it's time.
I'm just saying, like if you were only
hunting, you didn't want to put the money in the shells.
But like we put all this time into the birds and shit. Like it's time.
I'll grab you one, Tanner. No, I got one.
But we need to kill the birds when they come in.
Right.
And Tanner finally got him into the Migras, and we hammered the shit. I mean, just hammered the piss out of them.
Yeah.
On the last weekend, like I don't even know how many birds we killed, dude. Like
that weekend,
probably like 70 birds that weekend.
Yeah.
Between ducks and geese, and we had like a few cripples, like a very few cripples. And it finally fucking clicked in him, like, oh hey. This is fucking easier than paying.
He's like, this shit's fucking badass. There ain't no cripples or nothing.
Yeah,
like, dude, we've been trying to tell you.
Yeah, like when you kill them, they're dead. They are dead.
That's it's.
Your dog ain't out there running around.
It's a satisfying feeling, that's for sure.
Trying to chase cripples when there's more birds working.
Yep.
No, it's a satisfying feeling. Well, we want to talk about turkeys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we're almost going on 2 hours. You guys got to drive home. So I think I'm going to end it short. Which I feel like we're going to have part 3.
We're going to have to come on for a triple for turkey season.
Right. So if you guys haven't listened to Brad and Tanner's first podcast, go back and listen to that one.
We'll hurt your feelings.
Maybe.
Well, we haven't hurt anybody's feelings, I don't think. Today.
Not today. Yeah. The first one we did.
But you've wanted to, but
I wish we would have, yeah.
You've had opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just blew them.
The first podcast, we're going to hurt your feelings, probably. Honestly.
The first one?
Yeah. We're going to hurt your feelings.
Decoys, crossbows.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We're going to make you feel like less of a man if you.
I think the first podcast we were more talking about how bad dive bomb sucks, and then turkey hunting.
And hunting public.
The hunting public. Okay, let me take this back. If you like hunting with crossbows, turkey decoys, the hunting public, and dive bomb, I wouldn't listen to the first fucking podcast of us, me and Tanner.
You know what I think
because we're probably gonna hurt your feelings. But if you don't like any of those, go ahead and give her a listen because you're going to love it.
You know what I think the podcast name is going to be when this drops?
What is it?
How messed up can we get Brad tonight?
Yeah. How fucked up can we get Brad to listen to him talk?
Pretty fucked up.
Oh, man.
Pretty fucked up,
but
honestly.
No, I appreciate everybody listening. I appreciate you guys coming in. I got to thank the sponsors, though, the Gator Decoys, which you guys haven't really dealt with much of those guys.
No, we burned the fuck out of them out of your decoys for...
The Gator Decoys, yeah. Well, they got the poles, the extended poles and stuff, and then, SX decoys. But, even for you guys, even hunting water as much as you guys do, those Gator Decoy poles, for example, instead of having all the push buttons and putting everything together.
It's kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah. Hands are all frozen. That shit's frozen with the water.
The Gator Decoy poles, like, you literally just screw, you extend it, and then you tighten it back up. Definitely look out for those guys. SX decoys. Obviously, they're a lot better than avian decoys. Tanner.
Hey, avian sleeper shells
are
probably the best on the market.
I'm
discontinued, but fucking amazing.
I'm telling you, the SX decoys. If I would have brought one in today, you would think twice about it.
You should have brought one. You should have brought one.
Promise.
You should have brought one.
I should have.
I don't know, dude. Them fuckers.
I'm telling you.
I'm in love.
And they're not a hard like most shells. They're like a. I don't even know how to explain it.
They're
SX is the same way.
Really?
Like you can bend them and shit?
Yeah, same way. And they got the loop and everything that you can carry everything
like
with.
Shells.
Yeah. They're the same exact way. And then they're like twice the size, which is nice for visibility wise.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I don't like about not the only thing, but that's one thing I don't like about the avian sleeper shells.
Yeah.
Like, there's such a small profile.
We got a bunch of fucking GHGs that are kind of fucking small, but we got like fucking 6 of them. So
the SXs, like, they're big, they're visible. Like, it's not. It's not like the big like sleeper floater kind of old school shells. Like, but they're a good visibility shell.
Yeah.
Obviously my sister's company, Paracord Lab. Well, she makes the lanyards, dog leashes, dog collars, all that stuff. GK calls, which I know you've been shooting or blowing GK calls. So.
Yeah, I actually just switched back over to it because my molt gear, it's a wooden one, so it's been cracking with the
piece of shit.
It's been cracking with the cold, and it's not sealing right. So like when I blow on it,
fucking garbage.
The air just blows out the bottom because it ain't sealing. So I switched back over to the GK.
Piece of fucking trash.
How do you like GK?
It's actually pretty nice. I like it.
I remember the first time you came here, I think you bought one like within the next week or so.
I was just blowing some GK fucking duck calls up on your
on the
shelf there.
Yeah,
they're pretty good.
It was pretty solid. Yeah. Pretty solid.
But big shout out to those guys. And then we just talked a lot about the old Migra shells.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad that I finally got you guys onto the Migra shells because
I'm saving a lot of money also. Dude, I was going through a lot of money there for a second. I went through 2 cases of Boss before November probably.
I'm telling you,
which is like fucking $600.
Yeah,
before November.
Yeah, Migra. And it's not even just the shell alone. It's the people that run the company and run the pages and the organization. Just everybody behind the scenes that are just. I can't say enough about those guys over there, and thank them guys a ton just for what they do and the product that they put out there, because like we just talked about, it's a absolute killer of a shell.
If you're looking for a new ammo to shoot, I'd say Migra is probably the best.
Oh, without a doubt. To shoot. I was a big Boss guy for a long time because they're a Michigan company, all this shit.
Completely understandable.
But I was fucking 100%. Don't get me wrong, they fucking kill birds. Stone
so will a rock too.
Yeah, they will. But if you don't want to spend fucking $400 on a fucking case of $200 of fucking ammo,
boy, say this again.
Or the time
it's $400. It's almost $400 for not even a full case because it's only $200 for Boss. They don't. Or they don't.
What?
They don't.
What did you just say?
They don't sell a full case.
So
they
it's
sell
200 shells.
They sell 200 rounds for like $360 or some shit.
You just like if you don't want to spend $400 to $200.
Yeah. Well, I'm fucked up, but if you don't want to spend $400 for 200 shells,
that's what you meant to say. Okay,
that's right. buy fucking Migra. I'm telling you, they kill them just
in general. Buy Migra.
Yeah. I mean,
shit. When we were shooting fucking pheasants and everything with that.
Oh, I was shooting fucking roosters, just stone dead with them fuckers.
Wild roosters.
Everything, dude.
They're a wicked shell, and I think it's very underlooked by people.
Oh, I don't know how they do it, honestly. How do you just stack a couple different pellets with it and make it that deadly? I don't know what they do, but I like it. They did.
Brad likes it, I like it.
I mean, they just destroy them, dude.
As long as Brad likes it, I like it.
If you kill enough birds, like when you're shooting at a goose or a duck and their head flops completely backwards when you shoot them, that's what these Migras do every single time you shoot them.
I wonder what the turkey shells are like.
Dustin said 200 rounds is $400.
Yeah. I don't think they have any turkey rounds.
Dustin, that's what Brad's been trying to say for the last half hour, but he just couldn't spit it out.
I'm sorry, Dustin.
Do they got turkey shells, Migra?
I don't think so.
We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
We'll talk about it after.
Industry, only fucking type shit.
We'll talk about it after.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
But no, I appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate everybody listening to this podcast. Appreciate everybody on the Instagram live.
Yep.
Even though it's kind of been a hectic BS session here.
That's my fault, honestly, for real.
Like I said, I just appreciate everybody joining in, and hopefully, whether you're at work or listening to it on the road, you enjoy this podcast.
Yeah.
Anything else, Brad?
All
right.
I mean,
thank you guys very much.